All right, so now that I've laid out my foundation of my page, you can title it whatever you want. I'm titling I'm prompt-based art making because that's what we're doing. For our ink drawing, I'm going to talk to you today about how to complete a word web. You might have done this in like English before to like start your thinking process, but word webs are to just help you like start thinking of a project idea. For your ink drawing is going to be October. So you go ahead and put a circle on your piece of paper and then you write October in the center of it. All right. Then what this does is like make a web of words. So anything that comes to mind, like when you first think of October, for me, it's definitely things like Pumpkin Fest. And then we have a lot of family over for Pumpkin Fest usually. So I would put family. It's my favorite season. And I'm not putting circles around these yet. I'm literally just filling in the space around the circle of things that immediately come to my head when I think of October. So let's do a couple more. The farther I go out of this circle, I'll show you that in a second, the better your project will probably be. All right, so now that I have quite a few filled in here, I'm going to put circles around them because this is what I immediately thought of as I thought of October, and I just wrote down what came to my mind first. So all of these are my first thoughts. So they get a direct line back to October. Okay, now that I have those initial thoughts, that's okay, but like still don't think any of those would like really directly relate to a project yet. So now I'm gonna choose my favorite ones. Let's go. I think social's a really cool one. So social means like I'm out and about, I have activities to do, right? And because that's from October to social, then activities over here, this gets connected to social. I can connect it with a line, or I wrote it too close, so I just connected the circles. Social means happy. I like being social. Let's go jump over here, Pumpkin Fest. So things that remind me of Pumpkin Fest would be decorating, spooky season, traditions, and then Wally for Wally Thoreau, right? And then I circle all those. I think that's a pretty good connection for now. And these are just the things that came to my head when I kind of went off of those main ones, all right? So now you're going to be able to choose a project based off of one of these, and I'll talk about that now. Okay, so once you get all of your words, you think you have a nice, pretty developed web here, you've gone out at least 3 tiers. So this is first tier, second tier, third tier. You can definitely keep going. I think as you get farther and farther, you get less specific, and that means it's going to be a better project. So I want to zone in right now on what I think would make a really cool project is this word traditions. That came out of me thinking about Pumpkin Fest. So traditions that we do around Pumpkin Fest time are we carve pumpkins at night for some reason. Other traditions we do during Pumpkin Fest time is participate in the house walk. If you don't know what that is, you get to like walk around really old, cool houses in Sycamore. We watch the parade. So if I wanted to make a project about any of these, instead of just drawing the parade or drawing a carved pumpkin, maybe for the house walk, I choose a historic house in Sycamore as my image, and I go take a picture of it, and then I get to draw that in pen and ink. Okay, that would be a project idea. So I'm just writing this for your example. You don't actually have to write your project idea out because we're going to do thumbnails about that later. But house in Sycamore for 4x5. But this is how you use a word web to be able to actually create a project. It just helps idea generation. So if you have any questions about this, email, and good luck.